You came into office on a message of competence and unity. We've witnessed what's happened in the country over the course of the last several months. We've seen the chaotic troop withdrawal from Afghanistan, the threat of a government shutdown right now, and Democrats, members of your own party, are still divided over your agenda going forward. So what do you say to Americans who say that you have not delivered on that promise?
Remember, I said it's going to take me a year to deliver everything I'm looking at here. That's number one. Number two, take a look at what I inherited when I came into office. The state of affairs and where we were. We had 4 million people vaccinated. We had no plan. I could go down the list. So, part of it is dealing with the panoply of things that were landed on my plate. I'm not complaining. It's just a reality.
That the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan was a foreign policy humiliation, unlike anything our nation has endured since the Iran hostage crisis. And it grieves my heart when I think of the loss of 13 U.S. service members and the evil that's rising across Afghanistan today. That I know that had our administration been reelected, it never had to happen. The deal that we struck with the Taliban in February of 2020 was predicated on three conditions. Number one, there would be no harm to American service members in Afghanistan. As evidence that the Taliban knew we meant business, there wasn't a single American casualty for 18 months in Afghanistan, February 20th.
Right.
There also was an expectation that they worked with the Afghan national government, and an expectation that they commit to not ever becoming a safe harbor for radical Islamic terrorist organizations like Al-Qaeda or ISIS-K. I was in the Oval Office, Daniel, when President Trump spoke to Mullah Baradar in February. The president was addressing him on the speakerphone, and he told him this is a good deal. We all want to end the violence, but he made it very clear. He said, but if you break this deal, we're going to hit you harder than we've ever hit you before. And I could tell from where I was standing, the tone in the Taliban leader's voice, and said he knew we meant business. Of course, this was just a matter of weeks after the president had given the order to take down Qasem Soleimani. It was a matter of a few months after our armed forces had taken down the last inch of the ISIS caliphate in Syria and eliminated Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi without one American casualty. And so I believe in my heart that things would have been different. There's a saying that I know you aspire to the principle that weakness arouses evil, that peace comes through strength, and I believe that the signals of weakness from this administration, not just in Afghanistan, Daniel, but when we saw thousands of rockets raining down from Gaza on Israel, and for days and days, the Biden administration remained silent about that. When we see this administration go back to the table and reopen negotiations over the Iran nuclear deal, I think all of those send a message of weakness that emboldens our enemies in Afghanistan and across the region.